God was going to bring the future, but he had to arrange the set. He had to order the things, the area, the environment where the future was going to dwell.
Have border posts, and they have boundaries, they have guidelines, they have a wall built around about their relationship. That is what order does. Order creates boundaries around your relationship. And order you put into place brings you into a place where you have boundaries. God set Adam and put him in the garden. Bless you, O Lord. Thank you for a day like this. A day of honor, a day of glory. A day that, Lord, you said, let the earth should rejoice. Thank you, Lord, for day unto day uttereth speech. Night unto night shows knowledge. Thank you, Lord, for the knowledge of marriage and family life. We honor you this morning. We will give you praise. Honor and majesty is due to you. Thank you, our King. Pray yet, because everyone, Lord, that will listen at this time, you will inspire them rightly for their marriage, and you shall make wisdom available even at this time. In the glorious name of Jesus Christ, the preserver of life, we hand over our marriage to you. We commit, Lord, the things that are hidden, we commit them to you. The things that are secrets, we commit them to you. We ask, Lord, that you will help us in the name of Jesus Christ. I want to welcome each and every one of us. Appreciate us at a time like this. Thank you for joining me at this time. Thank you once more. Something we'll be looking at today is a very slim topic. What do I mean by slim? Slim because it has many sides to it. Slim because it has succeeded at one point or the other in separating two people that love themselves. It has also succeeded at the same time in bonding them together the more. Question then is, what are we looking for today? We have an objective in mind. Our objective is that your relationship will be bonded more. Your relationship will be closely knitted once more. And it will be said that concerning secrets, you again have become an overcomer. Blessed be the name of the Lord. The thing before us today is not just to keep secrets, knowing how to manage secrets. Knowing how to manage secrets. The first thing I will say is this: a secret you don't know how to manage will manage you. Secrets that you don't know how to manage is there to either manage you or to send you away from where you are. Once you cannot manage the secret, then the secret becomes bigger than you. Who does not have a secret? This is the concern today. We all have our secrets. We all have one secret or the other. We have one thing or the other that has to do with our past, that has to do with where we came out from, that has to do with our background, that has to do with our geographical orientation, that has to do with where we all hail from. At one point or the other, there are things that have now become secrets. There are things you don't want people to know. There are other things that you are not too proud of. Some things might have happened in times past that you don't even want your spouse to know about it. Question is, how do you manage secrets? Because secrets are to be managed. This is what came to me concerning this ministration. Secrets are to be managed. Even God, who is our God, his secret is not with everybody. His secret is with those that he trusts. Which means there has to be a level of trust before God can reveal his secret to you. Did he not even say in Deuteronomy 28:28, secret things belongs to God, and the things that are revealed, they belong to us. This morning, what we are going to be looking at is the secrets that are in relationship. What do you do about your secrets? Do you even have secrets at all? Blessed be God if you don't have secrets. Blessed be God if you don't have anything you kept in your bag. Yet, the reality of it is that I doubt whether there's any human being on the face of the earth who does not have one secret, one dark corner, one dark spot, one spot that you don't want anybody to know anything about. One thing you did as relative to your past that you think can come back and bite you. What do you think that thing is? I know my secrets. Question is, do you even know your secrets at all? We'll be looking at the Word of God today, because everyone I'm talking to, I believe you have one secret or the other. If you don't have a secret, sorry, I probably must be talking to a wrong person. But if you have a secret at all, then maybe one or two things we will discuss together will take us on a better platform. Blessed be the name of the Lord. And to those who are young, so to say, you are not yet married, one or two things that we will discuss will put you on a better platform and will make you know how to manage your own situation when it arises. Let's look very seriously at the Word of God today. I'm looking at Jacob in the book of Genesis chapter 31. Blessed be God. Blessed be God. Thank you, Lord, this morning. Thank you because someone out there will be inspired rightly. Thank you because you will minister life to somebody out there. The book of Genesis chapter 31. The story has to do with Jacob and Rachel. Let me paraphrase it this way. Jacob had served in the house of Laban for 7 years. After 7 years, the lady, he met his mentor and his boss, and he said, for your daughter, according to our agreement, you're supposed to give me your daughter to marry. Can I marry her now? After 7 years, they gave him the older lady, which was Leah. And at the end of the day, he came back to him and said, it was Rachel I wanted, but you gave me Leah. Nevertheless, now that it was Leah that you gave to me, because I love Rachel, I'm going to serve you again for another 7 years, and you will give me Rachel. These 14 years, he served Laban dutifully and faithfully, which was okay. And in the process of the process of the 14 years, they had children. One day, this man woke up and he felt he has served Laban enough. That was how he rose up and took off from the house of Laban without Laban's knowledge. Secretly, he took off, according to verse 22, took off from the house of Laban. Laban heard about the servants of Laban, and they came and told him, this Jacob, he's taken off, he has left. And then in verse 22, Laban came to Jacob. Why did you flee away secretly? What was between us? I thought it was more than master and apprentice. I thought we have become family. Why would you go secretly? What good will it do to you? And then you didn't just go secretly, you also stole something from him. And the matter became controversial. At the end of the day, secretly also, Rachel also took something that belongs to the father. The father, they say it was the idol of the family that belongs to the father, was taken secretly by Rachel. The issue is this. The husband was caught running away with his family secretly. The wife, which is Rachel, was also also stole something and kept it away secretly. Which means at one point or the other, both the man and the woman were guilty of one secret thing or the other. The issue then is this. That was Jacob. I want to use Jacob as an example and draw inferences from our generation and come back to us and understand, so that we can understand very, very clearly in our contemporary times the things that happen. That was Jacob and Rachel. Don't forget the two of them love each other. But that did not mean that they did not have a way of keeping secrets. They kept secrets. If Rachel would keep secrets away from the father, if Laban, Jacob, could secretly elope with his family without the knowledge of the father-in-law, terrible things happen when people keep secrets. The issue is this. What secret do you have that you need to know how to manage so that things can go well in your own home? I remember very, very well, we had the opportunity of ministering somewhere in a place called Ngababa in the year 2010. And in that day, the Lord just said, talk to them about how to manage secrets. Secrets, just kept hearing secrets. All right. That day we got to the place, many couples gathered, almost 50 of them gathered, and we just began to speak with them. This is what the Lord said to say to you guys, that you keep secrets from each other. Question is, how far do you want to go keeping secrets? We had not done 30 minutes when it was the men that started first. One man just said, Pastor, just don't go ahead. It's okay like that. I'm the one you're talking to. I know I am guilty of this. I've been keeping secrets from my wife. And then, what happened? He had insurances that he took up. And he didn't want his wife to know about those insurances. And he has been there paying. One of them said he has even finished paying his own insurances. And it became a very serious issue. How can you keep insurances away from your wife? How can your spouse not know? We are coming there gradually. Thank you. How can your spouse not know that you've gone to take up an insurance? That is even insurance. How many other things do we have as secrets? Question I'm asking is, does your husband or your wife knows how much you earn? Talking about secrets. Some people work, but their spouse has no idea about how much they earn. Interesting. Does your wife have access to your bank account? These are issues. These are serious issues. Or is his money, your money together, and your own money, your private money? These are things. Because when it comes to secrets, the heart of man is desperately wicked. When it comes to secrets, it is the hiding place of secrets. Question is this: what if the secret comes out? What are you going to do? Look at that day. The wife of Laban, the wife of Jacob, Rachel, sat on top of, put an idol under her buttocks, and she sat on top of it. What if something happened and they discovered that thing? What will it look like? This is my concern. And that's the more reason why I am speaking this way. I was giving you a testimony. And many couples stood up that day and everyone began to confess their secrets. They began to confess their secrets. Those who said they have not been faithful to their spouse, those who agree that financially they've not been upright with their family, those who also agreed that no, they've had one secret or the other that they have kept. Oh, one man said, I have a child outside my wedlock and I don't want my wife to know about it. But under this atmosphere, I don't think I can keep it away again. Secrets I'm talking about secrets, things that are hid from the knowledge of your spouse. Up till now, how can you believe that a man and a woman can be together for upwards of 25 years, and the man has another child outside their wedlock? The wife is not aware of it. How long can you continue? Or are you supposed to continue with this? How far can you go? How do you even sleep and wake up? This is my concern. What am I trying to say? And at that meeting that day, we couldn't even continue. We had to begin to talk with them. We had to begin to speak to them in order for them to be able to know what to do when it comes to keeping secrets. Guys, think very well about it. The length of time you've been in your marriage is not important. How short you have known each other is not also of relevance. Question is, how do you manage your secrets? How do you manage your secrets? For God's sake, how can a man be building a house somewhere without the knowledge of the wife? I mean, it just doesn't make up. It doesn't add up. How can you be building a house without the knowledge of your wife? Is it that you are afraid of your wife? Or is it that, oh, she's a witch, she will stop it? Or what? Oh, come on. We just need to wake up from where we are. I'm speaking to people in contemporary times. And whether you like it or not, reality on the ground is this. The secret you cannot manage will manage you. That's the truth. The secret you cannot manage is there to manage you. Will you have to open your eyes until your secrets begin to manage you? Or will you have to wait until the secrets in your bag comes out like a rat that you didn't tell to come out? This is the question. How far can you go keeping your secrets? Thanks for being with me, Mr. Michael Eleruja. Oh, bros, greetings. Thank you. Who is this? Margaret Oweye. Oh, okay. How are you, ma'am? Thanks for watching. Thank you, every other person that is watching. We just want to talk about these issues because they are issues at the tip of our mind. These days are real. If you don't know how to manage your secrets, do you know that your friends are there to make suggestions to you on what to do concerning your secrets? Can you imagine this man? He has spent 40 years as an apprentice. God had prospered him. An apprentice became somebody whom his master even looks to him. Question is, do you have to live the praise secretly? You don't have to. And you don't even need to steal anything from your master. This is my concern. Secrets that we keep here and there. The most deadly secret in the midst of all this is stealing. I don't want to go into stealing. I just pray that some other time, if I have the opportunity, I will talk about not how to manage your secrets by not stealing. By not stealing. By not stealing. Descendants of Rachel. By not stealing. Let me go a little bit further. Because I'm trusting God today that what you cannot, secrets needs to be preserved. Secrets that you have, in managing it, you just must know how to preserve it. The Bible said the Lord will preserve you. In the book of Psalm 121, verse 7, it said something very significant. Thanks everyone for being part of this. Thanks again. Verse number 7 said, and the Lord will preserve you from all evil. This is the thing. The Lord will preserve you from all evil. He will preserve your soul. He will preserve your going out and your coming in from this time henceforth. My concern is preserving you from all evil. There are two sides to secrets. This is the interesting thing. I was looking at the subject of secrets, and the thing that hit me mostly was, how best do I describe secret? And the thing that came to me is this. Secrets are like two sides of a coin. Two sides of a coin. The first side talks about the degree of disclosure. The second side speaks about the degree of closure. To what extent? Question is, the problem is not the secret, but at some point, wisdom is needed to manage information around your spouse. Let me put it this way. I am looking at the word secret, and I'm looking at a coin. Whether I like it or not, both sides of the coin carries the same value. Whether I like it or not, both sides of the coin can do exactly the same thing. They will do the same good, they will buy the same good according to the value that they carry. This is my concern. Let's even put it this way. Yeah, it is the same coin, but do you know that coins come in different denominations? I was in England some time ago and I saw a pound in a coin. Same thing, Canada, a pound in a coin. And I'm like, oh, this means a lot. An ordinary coin means a lot in some other countries. I said, oh, people exchanging money, how would they even be able to collect coin from you? Yet it is of value. It's carrying weight. It's carrying value. It's a negotiable instrument. What am I trying to get out of this? That the same weight and the same value we assign to coin is the same value we assign to our secrets. The question then is this: what is the degree to which a man is supposed to disclose whatever to his spouse? Whether we like it or not, at some point, like I said, experiences in life have brought us to the point where there were things we met when we were growing up that were not too palatable. There were other things we met in the process of growing up that were not just that we are not comfortable with them, but I'm actually ashamed to share them now. I mean, they have to do with my past. These are things that have to do with my past. Guys, let's be honest with this. To what extent, or what is the degree to which you are supposed to disclose information to your spouse? Let me put it right on this way. Hear me very, very clearly. Let me give you an example. Some time ago, we had a friend in the year 2009. On the way to South Africa, we met them briefly in Lagos. And throughout the night that we spent with them, do you know we ended up talking and talking, counseling and counseling. At the end of the day, we came to discover that the man in question had a kind of mindset. The lady happens to be a very free person. When she met this guy, she opened up to him and said, look, this is my life. This is how it has been. This is how I got to this stage. And would you still prefer me? Or would you still go ahead and marry me? The guy said, the first time I saw you, I made up my mind, or God told me that you are my wife. Beautiful. Meanwhile, the person that God told you is your wife, she has baggages. Question then is, her ability to be able to manage her baggage is where the real issue is. Now, it was God who spoke to you that she's your wife. On the other side, after you guys opened up and you began to talk about your past, you got to one stage you said, oh, I thought I was marrying a child of God. I didn't know that this one is just a squeezed orange. According to what the guy said, that the woman was a squeezed orange. And I laughed. When a woman becomes a squeezed orange in your eye, too bad. There was nothing we did not do to intervene. Unfortunately, it was not possible because the mindset of that man was so wrongly placed. The information in his mind could not be erased. Now, anyway, many years ago, if I meet such a person now, I shouldn't even take anything to be able to talk to the person. But we give glory to God. What am I trying to get out of here? There's a degree to which wisdom demands that it's not everything you disclose to your spouse. Especially if you've not been able to win the trust of your spouse, you're not too sure how your spouse will react to a particular information. I beg you, what you have is very, very good. What you have is also very, very sensitive. The sensitivity that marriage of today demands demands very seriously that you must know when to come out with an information. And when you're coming out with an information and it's not coming out rightly, you better pause and think well and tell your spouse, please would you let me just reconstruct myself. This is not what I mean. And I hope you don't misinterpret what I'm trying to say. Anyway, whether you like it or not, guys, we've had a past. It's just the grace of God that brought us to where we are. If your spouse is that kind of a person who understands. For example, a few days ago I was watching a film and a young guy met a young lady and they flew down from England and they were going to marry each other. And the young lady said, after I had promised you that I was going to marry you, there were certain things I did that I was not proud of. The lady looked at him and said, don't even say anything. Everything was before we agreed to marry. And because it was so, I understand. Who doesn't even have a past? That's an understanding heart. That's the way people in relationships should relate with each other. I'm not talking about the one that is like a mind that is set on explosion. Oh, he's been waiting all along. I just want to know what your past has been. And for God's sake, what are you going to do about the past? What if you dig into the past? What will you make out of it? Question then is, who doesn't even have a past? Wrap your own past and put it somewhere so you can be able to forge ahead. I'm trying to say something today. It's a very, very sensitive thing. And that is this. If you've not been able to win the trust of your spouse, be careful the things you say, lest you create an atmosphere that is a little bit damaging. Somebody threw a question at me here, and the person said, how do you manage secrets that can damage your relationship with a spouse? This is the concern. How do you manage secrets that can damage your relationship with your spouse or with a person you want to marry? This is where the thing is. If it is a secret that you know that will come out one day, you still must look forward to the time that you'll be able to win each other's trust and to be able to tell yourself that, hey, there were things we all did in times past that we were not too proud of. Did I marry a woman who does not have a boyfriend before? Well, our experiences is to my favor. Again, I remember the day I was talking about men of understanding. That's why the Bible said, deal with them with understanding. At one point in time, a man in a relationship must have understanding. Understanding, look at the environment. You know that this information you want to share with your spouse can have a damaging effect. Look at the environment, look at the immediate, the surrounding atmosphere to be able to say, am I dropping the right seed at the right soil? Will this soil germinate rightly? Or am I trying to use a seed to like affect the seed that was already there in order for the seed that was already there to be removed for a new seed to come in? A man must be wise. Again, being preserved from all evil. The intention ought to be very, very clear. When it comes to managing secrets, promise you must have a straightforward intention. What do you have at the back of your mind? A lot of the times we share secrets with my wife. We are in a very lively mood. And we tell ourselves, let's not allow any stupid information to spoil our mood. Question is, what can we take? Can both of us take what's coming? Or is it an information that's beyond both of us? Anyway, an understanding heart is what the first thing you need. A man must have an understanding heart. A man who does not have an understanding heart will not also understand that, hey, listen, what are you trying to share with me that I've not experienced before? Is it because we are here now? We give glory to God for where we are. Do you know? Apostle Paul said, this is one thing I do. The book of Philippians said, this is one thing I do. I put the things that have gone behind. I put them behind. I look forward towards the mark of the high calling, which means everyone who will make a future out of their relationship must always look forward and not look back. If you are the type who is good at looking back, there are certain things behind you that you have to step over in order to be able to reach your future that can draw you backward. One of them is not knowing how to manage secrets. It's an evil that is very, very terrible. Honestly speaking, I speak as a man, and I speak on behalf of men. Not all men know how to manage information. Certain information you throw into the hands of your spouse, one day he's going to use that information against you. And that was how. I remember now. Was that not how? Was that not why? An understanding heart does not use an information given to you against your spouse. If you actually love her, this is where the concern is. Do you love her enough to be able to say, that's why I love you, and that's why I like you? You are the only one who can understand. Hey, guys, I don't even know whether the people I'm talking to have secrets at all. Some of us have terrible secrets. Secrets that are terrible, 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 terrible. And so what is it that is coming that is new under the sun? We've told ourselves there's nothing new again under the sun. Because there's nothing new again under the sun, what is it? There's no big deal. There is no big deal. At this point, you need to be able to come up and tell yourself, if a decision or if an information that you are going to share with your spouse is damaging, think very well. Think twice before you drop the information, lest you get what you did not bargain for. This is very, very clear. Again, like I said, win the trust of your spouse in order to be able to know what to drop. It's not every information you drop. For God's sake, do I have to be too open about this? For example, as a young lady, when you were growing up, you had many abortions. Now you've grown up, God have mercy on you. You have your own marriage now, and you have children. Is that enough for you to just be sweet one day and then you go and tell your spouse, oh, if you see how many abortions I've had? What crazy thing? Do you know some people do it? Because they want to be honest. Oh, come on. Think very well. Wisdom is profitable to direct. I pray that somebody will be wise to be able to know how to direct the affairs of their life. Do you know why? The Bible talks about a man whom God blessed. The Bible said he will be discreet. There's a place for discretion. Honestly speaking, there is a place for discretion. It's not every information that your spouse needs to know. Be mindful of even when it looks like, oh, it's a secret that I've kept with myself, and he came out the other way. Oh, my love, our relationship is too sweet for me, and honestly too valuable for me for that kind of a thing. And it really did happen. Look at what happened. Look at what happened. Play it down as something that has happened in the past. Actually, my intention today is to be able to draw us to that principle. The principle that is, the things that have gone, put them behind you. Step out into new things. Even if my spouse, there was something that happened in my own household, and many years ago, all of a sudden the thing came back again, and it looked like, oh, you mean you have this all along? And I'm like, I just looked at it as if it was nothing, because I was going to treat that thing as nothing. If you treat it as something, it's going to come back to you as something. And I just casually told my spouse, one of those things that God helped us from, one of those things that we are not even proud about. And that's the thing. It has to do with my past, but yet I'm not identifying with it. I am keeping it where it belongs because it belongs in the past. And I'm looking forward to a better day. If you are like that, then you will know how to manage your relationship, and you will know how to manage your secrets. This is the thing. Even God has secrets. Oh, the secret of God is not with everybody. With them that fear him. He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High. So the Most High has a secret place. One of the things I saw, it looked to me like a model. Let me even discuss it right ahead of time. And I called it The onion model of secrets. That was the name I gave to it. It's like an onion. Hear me, guys. If you look at onion very, very carefully and you slice onion into 2 equal parts, you will see many segments in the onion. Good. Now, every layer of onion has value. It's supposed to do something. Question is, to what degree are you supposed to open the onions that you have in order to be able to get the quantity that is enough for anything? You are at discretion. You are the one who will determine that. The decision is not for any other person. So is your secret. Your secret is like onion. Question is, the degree to which you want to cut the onion in order to be able to serve it basically on a food, or serve it on salad, or mix it up with soup. The decision is yours. And because the decision is yours, do you know you can carry a whole ball of onion and put it on something, and yet it might be too much, and it might be also too little, which means at some point the proportion and the quantity of onion that will be okay to be served at any point in time should be at your discretion and your decision. Please understand what I'm saying. We speak wisdom with them that are wise. When it comes to secrets, be wise about it. Many homes have been broken on the altar of not being able to manage secrets. On the altar of not being able to manage secrets. We all have our secrets. Whether you like it or not, we all have our secrets. The difference is in the way we manage our secrets. Guys, who is that man that does not have a secret? Who is the man that does not have a past? If you dwell in your past, too bad. The truth about it is you should be looking forward. And in looking forward, the reality of it is, in looking forward, how to enjoy looking forward is in knowing where to put the past, where to put your secrets. I have secrets, there's no doubt about that. I'm not meeting a woman, or I'm not married to a woman who does not have secrets. For you to even anticipate that your wife does not have a secret, oh, come on, come on. Let's think as human beings, and let's think as lively people. Let's think about people as people who are in the contemporary time. There is nobody. A child at the age of 15 already has secrets. It's not everything that needs to be disclosed. Question is this: the degree of disclosure is at the discretion of the person that is with the secret. It is your secret. How you manage it is seriously your business. And because it is serious, if it comes out in a negative manner and your spouse hears about it, you should be truthful about it. Oh, I did it. I take responsibility for that. I did it. But honestly speaking, it was in the past. This happened before we met. Oh, this happened after we met. Be honest about it. Be truthful about it. Probably at some point, your honesty and your truthfulness will speak for you as you move along. We're talking about secrets now, especially those secrets that are damaging. There are secrets that have damaging effect. What do you do about those secrets? This is my immediate concern. Like I said to you, it is like the onion. Because it is like the onion, I remember very, very well a story like that. Many years ago, a young woman, this youthful thing, stolen waters are good. That's what the Bible said in Proverbs chapter 9 about the woman, that funny woman, who said stolen waters are good. Now, this woman went to taste the stolen water. And unfortunately, I and my wife happened to be privy to what she did. Then we had not even started counseling. I'm talking about over 10 years ago. We had not even started counseling. And we saw what she did. And after that time, our relationship was strained. The reason was because she couldn't face up to... She probably might have asked God for forgiveness, but the point was she could not face up to the fact that we knew about what happened. And we probably will tell her husband about it. But intentionally, We made up our mind and we told ourselves, listen, if this woman did this and somebody else tells the husband, praise God. If she does it somewhere else and another person tells the husband, glory to God. We leave it to their discretion. We leave it to her discretion. Knowing about it alone, it was enough to ginger her and get her out of the mess. The question is this. Till today, the woman has not been free with us. She would not be free because she knew how things have happened. And she will always talk to the husband, let's not get close to them. No, it's not necessary. Even when the husband tries to stretch towards us, the woman will say, no, just let me be. And we understood. Yet, her secrets are with us. Question is this. Can people keep their secrets with you? This is my concern. Anyway, I speak as a counselor now. Truth about it is, on the counseling table, you will hear the things that will make your ears to tingle. The issue is this. You must be trusted. Your counselor needs to trust you. That's not even enough. As an ordinary person, can people trust you enough to tell you their secrets? And if they tell you their secrets, are you a pot who will help them keep their secrets where the secrets belong? Ability to manage somebody else's secret tells me that if you fall into that category or if you fall into that problem, you will be able to know how to manage such secrets. I promise you, when it comes to keeping secrets, it is something very, very serious. Oh, Job said, "Oh, that I were back in the days of my youth." He said, when the secrets of God was upon my head. How did he get into the place of the secret of God? It was because God trusted him to be able to handle certain things. Can people trust you to be able to keep their secret? This is the issue. Can people trust you to be able to say, I know my secret is safe in your hands, and I know the things I've told you, you will be able to keep them for me. I pray and I hope very, very seriously that you are that kind of a person who can help other people to keep their secrets. Who can help others to keep their secrets. What do I mean? Like I told you earlier, if you are the child of your father, especially God, who says, the Bible said in the book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 1, be ye imitators of God as their children. If God can keep secret, if God can keep secret, what about us? Guys, keep somebody's secret. You will always be a person that they will always trust with more things. Blessed be the name of the Lord. I'm trusting God that within the number of minutes I've been with you, something has been able to pass across. I've been able to get something across to you in the area of keeping secrets. The truth about it is the other side of the coin. When it comes to keeping secret is, what if the secret is not damaging? How do you manage it? If it is not of a damaging effect, you will still look at the ground and you will look at the heart of the person that is in front of you, especially your spouse. Is this the right time for me to drop this information? If I drop it now, what kind of effect will it have? You need to think. Go forward, come backward, look at it on both ends. Create a boundary around the things that you're saying, and it will be well with you. That takes me to something I was supposed to talk about that I did not talk about. The issue is this. How many people have to have access to your secrets? Blessed be God. How many people have to have access to your secrets? How many people have to have access to your secrets? Let me graduate a little bit from talking about spouses. Remember very, very well, a wise man is a man who knows how to manage secrets. Question is this. I was just looking at the Lord Jesus Christ, who had 12 disciples. Do you know he didn't relate with all his 12 disciples the same way? There were these special 3. Secret things he tells them. The things that he will not tell the rest of the 12, he tells only those 3. Which means, like I told you, the onion, those were in the inner circle of whatever information he has to share. In sharing information, guys, you can't share the same information with everybody. That is where the fourth industrial revolution is going to enter into trouble. Real serious problem because of how open information is and how the need to be able to manage information, the need to be able to create boundaries around information and bring us to that place where, because of the risks involved in sharing information, we need to create boundaries around the information we share. Question I'm asking then is, how many people are supposed to have access to your secrets? It's not everybody that should have access to your secret. Come, you can't relate with everybody the same way. So it is. Anyone you've not been able to trust enough, the real word is trust. Anyone you've not been able to trust enough should not have access to your secret. This is the reality of it. Lest you throw yourself to the open. Many people have done it and they've been burnt wrongly. Pray that you will not be burnt wrongly. Within the spare of the time that I have to speak with you this way, guys, we need wisdom when it comes to sharing secrets. He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High will abide under the shadow of the Almighty. It's not every one of us that have access to God's secret, but within your own right and within your own space. Question is, can you afford to be a port where somebody else's secret is safe with you? Can you afford to be a port where another person's secret is safe in your hands? If you are that kind of a person, guys, I think you belong to the right generation. But this generation needs something about you that will take you to greater heights. Ability to be able to keep other people's secrets. Ability to be able to keep secrets, organizational secrets. Ability to be able to keep community secrets. Ability to be able to keep the secrets of a nation. If a nation is about to do something and they are trusting it into your hands, are they trusting it into the hand of the right person? If you cannot keep, my concern is this, if you cannot keep the secret of your organization, I doubt if you'll be able to keep the secret of your relationship and your family. I doubt whether a secret that your wife tells you will not be on the table at some dangerous points. Oh, I remember again a particular couple we counseled many years ago. The man said, my wife is a nurse. The issue is, I hear calls, I perceive calls from her friends discussing my issues. And I'm like, this is something I discussed with my wife in my bedroom. How come this other woman, who happens to be a friend at work, is using it to talk and is using it to play with me? Then we called the woman to the table and said, what profession do you belong to? She said, nurse. What do you discuss on your nursing table? And it was a serious issue. At the end of the day, we got to that place where we told the woman, your discussions with your spouse should not be open to everybody. Ask me why. If your spouse in the bedroom cannot trust you to tell you certain things, too bad. Or your spouse in the bedroom tells you something and you're always looking for friends to share it with, you might not be able to go too far. It's very important for us to know this. Secrets, keep somebody else's secret in order to be able to preserve your own life. A particular guy had a promising future. He had such a glorious and a beautiful future. When he got a particular job as a security person, and that job demands that he be able to keep security, be able to keep information that comes to him at every point in time. Unfortunately, he was attached to the president of the country, and when issues came up, they said there was an information that the young man leaked to his girlfriend, and from the girlfriend the information leaked out, and the information was traced back to the girlfriend, and everyone pointed at the guy. It became clear that he was the point from where the information leaked out. Of course, he lost his job. Question is, do you have to lose what is valuable to you on the altar of not being able to know how to keep information or not being able to keep secrets? This is very, very important today. Ability to manage your secret is a virtue. Ability to be able to manage your secret is something people will look forward to. When people want to hire you today, and when you want to have a gainful employment, I promise you, ability to be able to manage your organizational secret will go a long way to determine whether or not you can manage the secret of your own family. The Lord bless you. Thank you for being part of this session. We appreciate you, everyone who has joined us at this time. Mrs. I don't know whether it's a Mrs. or a Miss, Joy Oba. Thanks for being part of this one. Mr. Emmanuel Ubembe, oh, bless God. How are you, sir? The Lord bless you. Emmy, Wendy, some other persons that have joined us, we want to appreciate you. Thanks for being part of this session. The Lord bless you. Please don't forget, the secret you manage will not manage you. The secret you don't know how to manage will manage you. You don't have to wait until the secrets that you are supposed to manage begins to manage you before you take steps in the right direction. Don't forget, managing secrets in our generation is a task that must be done. You can't afford to play with it. It's a virtue that will take you to places beyond your family, beyond your present 1 and 2 relationship. It will take you very, very far. People that relate in the workplace, they relate on the network of the ability to be able to keep secret. Oh, this is the secret of our organization. We said our competitors will not know about it. Yet, if it leaks to the competitor and they trace it back to you, what do you think it will look like? The Lord bless you. Keep this at the right hand of your chest. Meditate over it. And I promise you, it will yield a peaceable fruit of righteousness. Thanks for being part of this session. I trust you. I trust God that by next week Saturday, I hope I'll be ministering with my wife because she's on her way back. Thank you very much again. The Lord bless you richly. Thank you for being part of this session. See you next time. Bless your heart.